Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN TV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike and his counterpart in Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, recently engaged in a war of words over control of the structure of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in Edo State, leaving no one in doubt that there is no love lost between them. Our correspondent reports that the exchange between both leaders has continued to generate mixed reactions from political actors and social commentators in the Niger Delta. On June 16, 2020, Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki and his deputy Philip Shuaibu defected to the People's Democratic Party (PDP) with thousands of their supporters. This came after their former party, the All Progressives Congress (APC), denied them ticket to run for a second term in office on grounds that there were inconsistencies in Governor Obaseki's educational certificates. Under the platform of the PDP, Governor Obaseki won the September 19, 2020 Edo governorship election and became eligible to serve for a second term. In the aftermath of his electoral victory, Governor Obaseki had a new challenge to contend with, as old members of the PDP in Edo State refused to accept his leadership. This gave rise to a clash of interest in the Edo State chapter of the PDP, which gradually drifted into crisis. Speaking during a reconciliatory meeting convened by the National Executive Committee of the PDP on the 7th of March this year, Edo State Deputy Governor Philip Shuaibu had threatened to leave the party on account of relegation by some members of the PDP in Edo State.
People are saying the governor will not leave PDP. The governor will only remain in PDP when he sees his soldiers remaining in PDP. Two of us, if all of us, the way we are being treated now, decide to leave PDP, this governor will follow us. So if they say governor remain PDP, to the extent that his soldiers are in PDP. Mr. Chairman, sir, we are angry and we need you to solve that problem.
Infuriated by the Edo State Deputy Governor's threat to leave the PDP, Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike had dismissed him as politically irrelevant and called on the party to sanction him.
When they were denied ticket under APC, they were running helter-skelter, begging everybody to give them umbrella, and we gave them umbrella. We went and made sure that they won that election. Today, that deputy governor will be ranting. A deputy governor will come out on television to tell PDP the alternative. I have written to the national chairman of the party. If they don't consult disciplinary committee against the deputy governor, I will invoke the sections of the party and I will make sure they must discipline that deputy governor. This is the first time I can see a deputy governor come out in the television to tell the party, if you don't do this, who is his father?
In a swift reaction, Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki called Governor Wike to order, describing his counterpart in Rivers State as a political bully. In a recent press statement, Governor Obaseki had warned that, and I quote, "In Edo, we don't accept political bullies and overlords, and historically, we have demonstrated our capacity to unshackle ourselves and dethrone bullies and high-handed leaders," unquote. Appearing even more infuriated this time, Governor Wike described his counterpart in Edo State as an ingrate and a serial betrayer.
You came to beg a bully. A bully was a duty campaign. A bully bullied you into government house. What a shame. If you go and check the DNA of Godwin Obaseki, what you see in that DNA is betrayal, serial betrayal, and ungratefulness.
Governor Wike went further to draw the battle line with Governor Obaseki.
Pastor Obaseki, don't fear and come to the ring and run for president. Don't be going corner. But remember, it has started. And let me tell you, Obaseki, I know your cohorts. I will smoke all of you out.
It comes as a surprise to many that Wike and Obaseki, once political allies, have become strange bedfellows. In their reaction to the strained relationship between both leaders, supporters of Governor Wike blamed it on the Edo State governor's statement, which was akin to biting the finger that once fed him.
It's not meant to get to this point, but Obaseki calling him a bully, to me, wasn't the right choice of words, because the reason why he came to Nyesom Wike, the governor of Rivers State, for assists was because they think that he has the capacity to do so. So why then now call him a bully? A man that stood by you during electioneering campaign and made all those sacrifices for you, I think that wasn't appropriate.
I know that for Wike and Obaseki, the relationship was cordial. They did quite a lot of things together, and Obaseki came back to office. I don't think that in a hurry he should be paying Wike back in a negative coin. I don't think so.
On the contrary, Chief Nathaniel Momo, a loyalist of Governor Obaseki, maintained that the Rivers State governor ignited the quarrel with his use of unprintable words about the person of the Edo State Deputy Governor, Philip Shuaibu.
Wike came on strongly on our deputy governor. He actually bullied on him. He said he would sanction him. He said, who is his father? You ask somebody who's his father in Edo State, one will regard that one as derogatory to the reputation of the deputy governor, because he's not he's not a small man in politics. It's also an affront to the dignity of an average Edo person, because we respect elders.
In recent years, Governor Nyesom Wike has had too many quarrels and battles with political actors within the ruling APC and the PDP. A Port Harcourt-based political commentator, Comrade Choma Agaruka, advises the Rivers State governor to quickly mend fences with real and perceived enemies in the interest of his political future endeavors.
If he continues this way he's going, he will end up losing everything. I mean everything. Both the money he has so far invested in the party and whatever ambition he feels, he has, he should rather shift his sword, go to make peace. And then you can see him landing safely. But if he continues with this way of trying to bully everyone, quarrel everyone, then he's making no headway.
The ongoing feud between Wike and Obaseki is a big challenge confronting the PDP, which cannot afford to go into the 2023 general elections with a divided house. In recognition of this fact, chairman of the PDP Governors Forum and governor of Sokoto State, Aminu Tambuwa, had last week stressed the need for the PDP to remain united in its bid to wrest power from the APC in 2023. Meanwhile, Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki has welcomed a harmonious resolution of the crisis rocking the PDP in Edo State and has equally indicated his willingness to settle his differences with Governor Wike. This is a commendable demonstration of political accommodation, which all political parties need to imbibe to reinvent Nigeria's turbulent democracy.
Inside the Niger Delta,